All right, guys, day 2 of my week-long resale ride journey. Gonna be doing the same stuff today as yesterday, pawn shops and family videos. Gonna be a bit shorter today. As you can see, it's not the butt crack of dawn when I'm starting, so that's nice. And yeah, we'll see what we can come up with, and let's get after it. Well, guys, I got to my first stop here. That looks promising, right? It's got a nice dumpster right here in front of it. On to the next one, I guess. That's something that actually happens fairly often. I'll like search a place, I'll get it into my maps program and everything, and get there and realize it's been closed for years. That's just kind of part of the process when you're hitting a city for the first time. So if that does happen to you, don't be all that surprised. Sometimes search functions just aren't all that updated. Just kidding, I realized I was on the wrong side of the building. That's cool. All right, so I actually ended up finding a decent stack there. The catch was this was 40 bucks. So because his high price places are kind of a double-edged sword, normally they'll have a much better selection because nobody wants to buy games from them, but the prices are higher. Oftentimes they will be pretty negotiable because they have to sit on stuff for a long time. So I got like half off on some of these games, 30% off on others. But these are a couple good Xbox ones to look out for. Jedi Knights and Knights 2. These will go for like $9 and $15 or so. Got them for $5 a piece. So that works for me. Got Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi for the PS3. That was $4. And should go for, I think, 15 or 20. So that was a solid find. WWE 2K14 for the PS3, got that for $4, should go for $11. Rayman Legends, similar thing. Then I got Fallout New Vegas for I think $8, and Minecraft for PlayStation 4 for $10. So pretty solid finds to start out the day. I think it should be a little bit more than a double up. I'd say worth maybe like 90 bucks. So not bad. Just had a nice second stop, came away with some pretty cool stuff. Paid $50 all in for all this stuff. I got a 360 Connect sensor, and they threw in a copy of Connect Adventures for free with that. And then I got this Retron Duo. This was $15. I think I'm actually going to keep it to test cartridge games, so I don't have to keep two systems around. Paid $15, that'll be worth like $26. So those two things basically will get me my money back if I end up selling them. And then the profit was this 64 controller. Then a good number of games here. Got a Lollipop Chainsaw for the 360. That's a little lewd, so I won't show that. Just Dance 2016 for the 360. That's worth like $5 or $7. Mortal Kombat for the 360. That's worth like $6. Terraria is about $10. Payday 2 Crime Wave. This is a great one to find on the PS4. It's much more valuable than the Xbox One. It's around $20. Vampire is worth around $12. And then a disc-only copy of Payday 2, which is worth like maybe $12 on the Xbox One. So pretty solid, just about double up on that, I would say, maybe a little bit more. And also coming away with a Retron Duo, which will help a lot for testing. All right, stop number 3 is in the books. Got this pretty slick DSi bundle here. Paid up $50 for it. Normally I would only pay like $20 or $25 for a DSi XL. This one's in really clean shape, but the reason I paid up was this little beauty right here. Action Replay DSi. I've sold one of these before for $60 after fees. So this was a really great score. Got a few games, and I'll sell the case too. I'd say overall value probably around 120 for everything here. So that was a solid pickup. Also managed to find 6 older games. You can see right here for $1 a piece. So they're all worth there. I also have a Wii game in there that's a bundler. These guys are worth like $5 on up after fees. So that was nice to find. And of course, I picked their PS4 games clean and had a few I wanted to share. You guys know about The Witcher. He goes for like, I don't know, 15 to 19. Got a couple of those. Dynasty Warriors 9. I paid for these in bulk for $45. Little Nightmares, I think, goes for around 20. That's a good one to look for. And then Assetto Corsa goes for like 30. So keep an eye out for this one, guys. And yeah, that's the update. Pretty solid stop there.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Well, just had an incredible stop number 4. Paid $140 or $143 all in. They had, for some reason, 2 of their handhelds, a DS and a PSP Go, priced really cheap. So I snatched those up. This guy was $30. It's in solid working condition with half of a charger. And then this guy, the white version, why are you on? For $50. So I should be able to get 100 plus probably for this guy, which is awesome. 90 on the other one or so. The pink model honestly doesn't sell as good as like the black, but it's still a decent one to find. Then got all these guys, bunch of Guitar Heroes again, but Drive Club and Overwatch are really solid titles to find as well. Rocksmith Remastered is another good one. I sell that on eBay because it doesn't have a cord. And then the big score, this stack of 22 disc-only games. These all sell in acceptable condition, but they were 75 cents each, 22 of them. So that's I think the average value of these is maybe around, I want to say $8 to $10, but almost everything is 5 and up. I mean, at a buy cost of 75 cents, it's like almost hard to go wrong. A good number of them are PS4 and Xbox One, so that was a great find. Then got a good number. They're all kind of stuffed in my bag here, but I'll give you a quick peek. Tekken 5, Mortal Kombat Armageddon. This is a good bolo game. Backbreaker for the PS3. It's like a rough and tumble football kind of a game. Solid find. Here's another bolo. Super Mario Bros. U, because this game is discontinued with the Plus Super Luigi U. Anyway, I'm projecting about a $500 worth of this lot. It could honestly be more, and I paid $143, so that is just about as good of an outcome as you can have at a pawn shop. Definitely going to be stopping back here when I'm back in town. But a large disc-only selection, solid prices for old and new games. Really just as good as you could hope for, so I'm jazzed. All right, so just had a few family video stops. This last one, I got The Amazing Spider-Man 2 for Wii U, another Head Coach, Stranglehold, Pop Cutie for the Nintendo DS. Some similar finds. Another, there's Yoshi's World again. Another Just Dance Disney Party. So a good number of dance games, Head Coaches, Wii U, DS stuff from there. One thing that I did want to say, when you're buying multiple quantities of games, if you're like sourcing similar places like these family videos, or you're just finding a lot of the same game, you want to make sure that it has the sales velocity that you need. So for example, if you're doing FBA, you want to check sales rank. You want to be looking at like frequency of comps on eBay. If you're selling that way, you don't want to be buying 20 of a game that has a good profit margin that only sells once every couple months, because you're going to be sitting. Maybe you do if that's your business model and if it's cheap enough. But just something that you really want to keep in mind. These games that I'm buying multiple copies of, either they have a good sales rank, or I'm going to be selling them on multiple platforms at once, so I'll be able to move them quicker than you normally would. Well, just had my first family video strikeout. Happens. Just got out of stop number, I don't really know, but got some pretty solid finds. Found this black 3DS, which is the color that sells best for me, for $40, which is pretty nice. I had the charger and stylus and everything, which is clean. Got these 3 games, paid up a little bit, 35 bucks for them, but this guy goes for like 31, so that was a good find. This Rock Band expansion I've never actually seen before, but sells pretty well for I think around 30. A little bit of a slow seller. And then another Guitar Hero Live classic. Then I got a few DS games, including $5 for Super Mario 64 DS. Incredible game if you've never played it. Blaze Blue 2. I don't actually know what that is. I just wanted to throw it in because it was like $2.50. Mario Party DS. That's another like $10 one that I got for $5. Nintendogs. This one I got for $5 as well. Nintendogs and Cats, but it goes for like 20, so that's a great find. And last but not least, Devil Survivor Unlocked. Lock this guy away in your little mental inventory because this is a $50 game. I've never seen it before. Almost fainted when I looked it up. But yeah, I got this guy for $5 and pretty sweet score. So be on the lookout when you guys are sourcing yourselves, and yeah, time to go to the next stop. Well guys, I've hit a bit of a dry streak. Went to 2 shops that didn't actually sell video games, and then went to 2 family videos and got 1 game at one and didn't find one at this one. So I think I've got 1 or 2 more stops before I head in, so we'll see if I can make anything happen. Well team, the last place that I went also does not sell video games, so I really need to make a habit of calling some of these places beforehand. It would save me some time, but yeah, I think I'm gonna head back. Overall, the day still was really good. I'd say I probably spent like $400 or $500, and overall profit should probably be around $700 or maybe more. So really happy with the ROI of the day. Those like disc-only games helped a lot. 1 or 2 higher-end games sprinkled in were really good. And yeah, tomorrow I'm heading to Bloomington, and I'll have about 8 stops there, and I'm also going to hopefully be buying a little bit from my uncle. So yeah, we'll see what the day brings, but thank you guys again for coming along. And if you ever have any like tips for me as I'm going, I'm far from a veteran, so please let me know in the comments if you see anything that I missed or anything like that. But other than that, thank you guys again, and until next time.